Things. First, this will be our first episode of dungeon crafting, where we are going to create our own dungeons together for one shots, for anything you may think you might use. You can take the rooms, you can take the bosses, you can take whatever we create today and in the future for yourself. I will be using them, of course, on my own. But why don't I bring some context to this? Man, this is not. That's too close. I'll move that down there. It's a learning curve, so let's bear with me. So you want the music back? Okay, fine. We'll get the atmosphere back going. All right, how's that? Atmosphere good? Atmosphere is good. All right, so I need this first. We're gonna be opening up Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, and yes, I don't have the page open immediately, but that's why this is a live stream and a learning curve for me. Let me just look at the index because I can't find this freaking name. The Endless War should be in here. Nope. Oh, GIF in there, Endless War. So anyway, how's everybody doing? What does everyone think we are going to be doing today? Because I mean, it's not really a surprise. I just said it. But I am 100% not looking online for anything. I am going to be using everything from the books. I have with me Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, Volo's Guide to Monsters, and the original Monster Manual. We'll do a recap and a re-intro once I get to the freaking page. Diabolic Cults, the Rank and File, Levistus. I think I know why I can't find it, because I am not in the right section. Oh, I just found him. Go back. Go back. Oh, now I skipped him. God damn. You are the best streamer and a sacred statue. Edolan, there we go. Keep going. We got Zarya, we got Bale. Come on. We got Garen. Garion. Come on, we got Bale. We got the Archdevils. We got the Engine. Ooh, that might be cool. Hellfire Engine. That actually might be a really cool creature to use. Welcome to the stream. God, I really should have not started until I could find Moloch. You can't have a stream about Moloch and not have Moloch. Like, it just doesn't work. Found him. God damn. Here's this big, beautiful bastard right here. Should be able to see him. Moloch. Alright. Alright. So let's, I guess, get this stream started. Even though we are. What is this, Nick Frost? I will go over it right now. So, this is a stream where I will be creating the one-shot series that I will be starting today. And pushing forward into the future along with our Heroes of Phandalin series live on Twitch, so you guys can participate, you guys can see how I do things. Some people enjoyed seeing how I created Phandalin. I can take only enough credit on how I position things, how I dress things up, not for like a lot of the actual paintings. The buildings were self-created by other people, which I just utilized in Dungeon Painter Studio. So you guys will see that today, and I think that's pretty much it. So we're gonna start up with a couple things. I'm gonna read the context of this dungeon of Moloch, the history and lore of him, really briefly, and then we'll get started. Because this is a series called Dungeon Crafting, but our first and metagaming incoming. Well, I imagine a lot of players will bring a lot of, I mean, they could watch this and learn a lot about what's going to happen, but I guarantee you it's not going to save you. So yeah, this is a series called Dungeon Crafting. This will definitely be put up on YouTube for people who can't watch it live. And the first series is going to be called the Lair of Moloch. It involves us starting from the beginning to the end until its eventual creation. So let's go over who Moloch is. For people who play D&D, you know him, not just in 5th edition when we just got his stat blocks, but all the way back to the 70s, if not the 80s of Dungeons & Dragons. Moloch was a very iconic villain, I guess, in the series. I'll start straight from the book. Exiled from the 9 hells, Moloch would do anything to reclaim his position. Long ago, Moloch earned his place among the other archdevils through the glory he won driving demons out of the 9 hells. Asmodeus rewarded him by elevating Moloch to the rulership of Malbolg. For eons, Moloch ruled this domain, vying against the other archdevils as he sought still greater power. This animosity worked in Asmodeus' favor, since Asmodeus knew that Moloch's scheming helped keep the other archdevils in check. The arrangement began to unravel, however, when Moloch took the night hag named Malagard from his advisor. Her words were poison, and gradually she convinced Moloch to direct his efforts to topple Asmodeus. Although the conspiracy nearly succeeded, it was thwarted. Moloch was stripped of his station and sentenced to death, and only the timely use of a planar portal allowed him to escape. So, right off the bat, Moloch was a powerful devil from the 9 hells, more specifically one of the 9 archdevils in that realm. And as we know, they control not only a level within the 9 hells, but they have complete reign of everything within it. Meaning, if a pitch fiend, a powerful creature bent on power, ferocity, and even some powerful magics were to disobey him, he could snap his fingers and turn them into an imp, which is what Asmodeus eventually did to Moloch. Moloch wasted no time in preparing for his return. He amassed an army of devils and monsters and left them to make final preparations for invading the 9 hells, while he ventured to a distant material plane in the hope of finding an artifact that would ensure his success. While there, he became trapped, leaving his armies at the mercy of his enemies. In short order, they were destroyed. Now, Moloch has been rendered nearly powerless after his last failure. He endlessly schemes of ways to return to his former status, but every time he enters the 9 hells, he is demoted to an imp and can't regain his normal powers until he leaves. Thus he lives a split existence, sometimes scheming in Malbolg or other layers of the hells, and at other times wandering the plains searching for magical might or secrets that might help him win back his title. And I guess that's where we're going to pick up. We're going to take that lore that we have from Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, and we're going to use that to try to create our own dungeon. Let's see. Where should we start? We should start with a few things I've written down, some things I want. So how Moloch works in our world, I've written some things down, I'll read it for you for a bit. In our world, Moloch exists. In our world, in Faerun, Moloch is hidden, imprisoned, and waiting for his moment to be released by force, persuasion, intimidation, and or any means possible. He thirsts to taste freedom from his confines, which we are going to create today. I only have a few things that I want in this. I have some bullet points here. We want him to be in the underground. That goes without saying, it being a dungeon. Abandoned, in which we mean he has no legions, he has no soldiers, no hordes at his command, he is not active, he has no schemes that are enacted or ways to communicate to the material plane. Which we have him in. But he's also very particularly protected. And what I mean by protected is wizards or an order of them who were unable to defeat him but imprison him within his confines now protect him. They remove all knowledge of his existence. They do not allow trespassers. They don't actually guard the lair itself. They simply have created traps, puzzles, and their own sort of ways of defending Moloch in order to protect people from finding a way to disturb him, make a deal with him. Because if we know anything about devils, they are tricky, they are powerful, and they can make planar contracts, and that can be extremely dangerous to the world. And that's about it. That's all I have for now. That's all we have written. That's what we've taken from the book, and I think from there on we are going to just start talking about where to go from here. I'm gonna lower that a little bit because I think people are saying they wanted some atmosphere, but that is too much atmosphere. Alright. So, let's get started. What do we need, guys? Well, it's pretty simple. We need the entrance. We need tidbit. I have created the first level of this dungeon. I have, spoiler alert, created it. However, I feel like it can be improved on in a lot of ways, and I want to hone that in today. So a lot of what I wanted to use, I will probably take out or I'll probably keep in. But I wanted this to be a process where we work this out together. So I've got a few of these things. So let's start with what I'm working with. I'm working with Dungeon Painter Studio. You can get this on Steam. They are not sponsoring this. I've been using this since it was a free web app, and I bought it the moment it went live on Steam, and it is freaking amazing. We have all these different packages we can go through, and a package can contain textures, objects, floors, grounds, anything. If I go into let's see, Dragonville, which is one I used very often, we have ground textures realistically, we have hand-painted floorings, we have hand-painted grounds, we have hand-painted inferno, which we're going to need, roofs. If we jump into objects at the top, we'll get bags, we'll get barrels, we'll get baths, we'll get alphabets that we could use to mark locations, room numbers, outdoor stuff, and this is just one package. I have dozens, if not more, packages that we can just throw in to create things. We can make stones. We can paint if we wanted. We could paint textures and floors. If I go to realistic, I could have some create this snowy texture here and then build on it, but I don't want that right now. So let's see if we can start off with the introduction to the lair using the lore that we have. So we want Moloch's lair to be abandoned, underground, and protected by wizards, in order that at the very least maintains the traps and protections, the wards, the runes that keep him unscryable and confided to the lair. So let's start with grounds. I think what I'm gonna do, aside from using all these packs, welcome to the stream, thank you for joining. Let's start with something like caves. And I'm gonna go to objects, and that's going to bring me up set rooms and stuff like that. Let's see if I can what I want to do is I want to probably create something where Moloch's lair is probably within a mountain or something, but there is no the entrance has been destroyed, and now that we're finally going in, we are rediscovering it. So we are discovering it from the opening of like a cave mouth. that then feeds into the actual dungeon. So we'll start off with a cave, with cave terrain and textures that then open up and build into a more stone-like fortress or structure. So let's start with that. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Feel free to comment in there and give some suggestions on what you might want to see. I'm gonna start not with anything straight. That's too large. We don't want anything too big. We're gonna, also being the beginning of a one shot or an adventure, we want it to. Oh, I have an idea. Let's open it. Okay, so let's open it straight into. I guess like the what is what's the right word? The entrance of Moloch's lair, where we're gonna have a big giant gate that keeps people out. But let's have the cave go from one angle in, and then turn that way. That way, it's not just everything is going straight up. We can change that later. So let's get some texture. Let's get some outlines going. So we'll start with that, and then what we'll do is we'll turn it. I don't want something that big. This might be good. Let's see if we can get it like that. There we go. Now they're coming from this side, let's say. So let's see if I can get it to turn a little more. Actually, let's remove that one. I want it to, I think, feed into it immediately like this. We don't need actually a lot of cave, I realize, because they're not going to be in that area. It could just be the starting area, so we don't need much of it. So what I mean by that is I'll grab another piece. I'll show you what I mean. I mean something like this. There we go. Where the cave just funnels immediately into the room, where we can have the stone, the stone formation. We can have now something like this, maybe a little bit deeper, like that. That way they have like a starting location that they can hold up in before the we dive into the dungeon. Do something like that. Now it can be tricky then trying to connect certain areas. We could do a straight, maybe something like this. We could rotate this, probably get a custom angle going, something like that, and then unstick it from the grid and just plop this in like that. There we go. That looks pretty good. And they'll start from this area. We'll say like maybe they drop down this slope here, or we could just paint a little black hole there and make it look like they just broke through that area. This place has maybe been caved in. So we can grab, instead of an outer corner, let's see if we can find like a dead end, or yeah, something like this might do. We can put it like that at the tip, and then we can just put it on a lower layer. So if we move it to the bottom, it's not really what I want. What could I do with that? Maybe, no, I don't want to lower the opacity. This can be an issue when working with modular pieces like this, but I think I want to keep it because it creates a strong aesthetic. So maybe we'll just remove that. We might not need that. We could just use it like a cave pillar instead. Something smaller than that. Yeah, something like that. Now we can break up this we can break it up even more by just adding something like this. And okay, that works. So let me know how it sounds for you. Jesus, it's a lot of fire. Let's see. Alright, so I'll lower that down just a little bit more, just so that way you guys can hear me. Let's see. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So, with that, whoa, where am I going? Go back. Okay. So, I think I want it to be a little bit more uniform. I don't want to just add a thing to cover something up. It's not bad, but maybe I can fix this, you know? Maybe I can find a piece that will be better. Let's go back to inner corners. Wow, I'm so into the camera right now. Let's back up. How about now? Let's see. Objects. That could work. If I moved it over to something like that. Yeah, that might work. Cool. It's not as large as I wanted it to be, but it doesn't have to be that big. I do want it to be a little bigger though. Let's make it a little bigger. Let's grab something like, that looks good. Now that I like. Now if I could turn this around. I don't need this. We know what we want, so we just have to adapt another piece now to that. So something like, that's too large though. Maybe this 4x4, oh, but it doesn't connect well. Maybe I need a straight. Maybe I need a straight going on here. Yeah, this might work. That's gonna work a lot better. So they're gonna start off now in this area, and they'll funnel themselves straight in to the first room of the dungeon. And I think this works out well. So we can have now stonework up here. That has like blasted in to this. Oh, we can have stone that's been blasted out. We can remove that now. Let's combine all of these things though into a layer. That's weird. Blah 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 blah. Let's see. Whoa. Alright, sorry about that. So we're gonna group this together. We'll call this cave entrance. We'll put some terrain on the bottom of it. We just need a cave, so we're gonna use the standard one that they have for us. Move that out. We're just gonna make a nice. Put it on the bottom. Wow, that looks really shit. Let's just paint it in then. So yeah, we're just gonna paint this in. Doesn't have to be pretty because we're gonna put it on the bottom layer. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna put it on the bottom, and boom, we have our cave now. And because of that, oh, come on, moving this over. We now get to connect the cave. I need a really small piece like that. Maybe a little bigger than that. 3x3 seems to look pretty good. Don't want it like that. I want like a square something. This is too large. I don't want it to be. I'm looking for smaller pieces because they're not going to be in this area long. It's a way to a place to drop the characters, and let them talk a little bit before they move forward. Let them move their tokens around. Whew, they roll 20. Especially with dynamic lighting, they'll see the area ahead, but they won't be able to know what to. They won't know much about it. That's a 4x4. Let's see. Let's try this 3x3. I want a straight. I'm wondering why none of these are straight. I've been looking. There we go. But I don't want these large pieces. Oh, this might be it. Okay, that's closer to what I'm looking for. And I think that's it, but I want it smaller. Let's try something like this. Alright, that could work. I didn't want it to be that straight, but that's fine. We can leave this part to look a little more natural. Yeah, like that. Boom. I love that. I love that. Okay. Because it all eventually funnels. Alright. So with that, let's also add some more black squares into this, just for my sake. Let's get some darkness going over here. Okay. Now this looks a lot more unified. So we're gonna group that together, and I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna paint in some more cave. I'm gonna put that to the bottom. Maybe I'll put it like round it off a little bit like that. Okay, I'm rounding it off because I plan on having all of this. Let's name it cave entrance again. Entrance. And I think we're done with that. So with that in mind, we're going to go to the first room. Now the first room, I've said I want it to be like more stone and structured, more created, more manufactured. So let's go to dungeons. You can even go to castles, but I think dungeon will be fine. Let's go to objects. And since I'm using everything from the same package, it's going to blend really well together. The subtle differences will be just the distinction that you are no longer in one area, one zone, you're now in a new zone. So you've moved now from cave to dungeon. So I want it to open up into here. So let's see if I can get some straights like that. Nope, I want it like this. I want it to feed open into this cave, which let's say is going to go this way like we wanted. Just gonna open up into this chamber like that, and to bring home that effect, we're gonna need more walls without the hatching though. There we go, wall streets. We're gonna need something like that small might do it. And let's grab some of the textures now and put this below. We want the ground below it. And I want these to group up because I want to keep the walls together. And I think that wall looks fine, right? You guys think that wall looks fine? This one right here? I think it looks fine. Alright. We can have like some rubble blasted in. It was like sealed and then they blasted through or something. Let's see. Now I know I want pillars in this room. So because I know that, I need to measure the room a little bit better before I start finishing it off. So let's put these kind of pillars in there. No, I want the bigger ones. Let's see. Would this be fine? No. Let's get these big stone pillars going, because when they come in to the room, I want them to, like, since we're gonna use Roll20's dynamic lighting, I want them to look in and be like, I can't see everything into the room. You know, they'll make a perception check. I'll give them some information, but they themselves will have to peer further into this. And because of that, we're gonna have a pillar 5 feet from this wall, and they need some more room to operate. So let's say we got 5, 10. We have 5, 10. Let's make it 15 feet till the next one. So that looks good. 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that looks good. And then let's do the same again. 5, 10, 15. So we'll have one here. And what we can do to say, like, this isn't the right way in. Oh, that looks cool. I have a great idea. Since they blasted their way in from like the side or something, we can have over here this be the main entrance people were supposed to come from, and we could just put rubble and stuff there to make it look like it was sealed off by like a cave-in or something, and they found like the side way in. That would be cool. I like that. So let's try that. We're gonna need more wall. One thing I should do before I get ahead of myself is grab these pillars and group them together. Rename them pillars. Before anything else, put them all the way in the top layer. And now we can proceed. And I'm going to name that dungeon floor, because I need to know. So, with that, let's see how we're doing. We need more dungeon. Specifically, we need 5 at least from pillar to pillar. And then we need where the door will be, which is about 5 to 10. Something like that. It doesn't have to be that far away. I think this will be fine. So let's combine that floor with this. Make sure it's on the bottom, and then let's go back to making some walls. Alright. Grab all of these walls. Okay. Group those. Throw them up top, not over the pillars. I wanted the walls. The reason I'm grouping the pillars is because I'm going to add a shading effect, a shadow effect to them to add more atmosphere. Actually, nope, redo. I think they were fine the way they were from above. All right. Sorry about that. I was just thinking too much. Got lost in my train of thought. Let's see. So, this I need to get rid of because we're gonna put an entrance there. Or actually, we don't even need to get rid of it. We could just put the rubble there. So we don't really need to get rid of it. All right, let's continue. Sorry, getting lost in my train of thought. Let's put put that on top. I forgot that there's corners up, and this was probably why. No, I need an inner corner. Yeah, you see? There we go. And now I can get it straight. Nope, I need a 3 apparently. Alright, cool. I mean, I might as well put now a long straight with the shadow texture on it if we're gonna do this. Might as well. I won't even delete the old ones though, because that would waste some time. We could just throw it on top. That we get the hatching. But that also means I need an inner corner like this. And then I need the same here. And I need the straights. So, welcome to the stream. I'll put this like that. We'll put it like this. Oh, but then we have to put the cave above it. So no. Just need one. There we go. We're getting there now. Making the progress. So we're gonna put it like that. And the entrance is the gate entrance, I said before, is going to be big. So I think 3 squares is enough. A nice 15-foot wide wall, maybe 20-25 feet tall, so that way his legions could pour through menacingly. A big like stone slab that either goes up or sinks into the ground. Now we can't design that with what we have, but let's go and do what we were what we came here to do. Let's grab all of these textures now for the walls and stuff. Oh wow, I can't believe I unhighlighted all those things. Let's redo it. Let's group it. Let's put it to the top. Let's name it. What is entrance room? Name it entrance room walls. And I'm gonna add the long shadow effects. As you can see, it makes those walls pop. If I clear it, you see how they look now? Now they are popping. Now that's important because we're gonna add lighting effects and all that stuff. What I need to do, however, is... no, I think that's fine. We have this, which we will combine with the dungeon floor. And now, as you can see, we have 4 easy layers. Ah, great. Now I lost it. It's the only thing I do not enjoy about Dungeon Painter Studio. So, okay. We've got where our players are going to start. They're going to come out from here. They're going to funnel themselves into the entrance, which now we need to create a few things. We need the Gate of Moloch. We need rubble to create the illusion of the atmosphere that this area was blocked off, that the original entrance. Let's look for rock or something like that. Ooh, a rock pit would be cool, but I don't think that's neither the texture nor what we're really looking for. I actually think I know of one, so I'm gonna go back to Dragonville. We're gonna go to Dragonville, and yep, look, it's already clicked. It knows what I want. It knows what I came for. Stones. So, if we say the entrance was here, then we're gonna do another large entrance. We could make it like a staircase. Okay. So the staircase goes down into Moloch's lair, but this staircase goes up to the surface. Okay, that would be cool. Let's try something like that. Let's go back real quick now and look for stairs before I actually something like this. Now that looks like it's going down. That looks more like it's going up. Alright. So let's make like a 15-foot staircase, like wide, I mean. Okay, let's remove that. Do we have to remove it? No, we could leave it like that. Okay, I like this idea. Let's group it together. And what I'm going to do... Not long shadow. Not long shadow. Should I bevel it up? Give it a yellow glow? No. Orange light? No. I think I'm gonna give it let's see if I can add this but change the color a bit. That works a little bit more. Maybe like let's see if we can make it lighter. Not that light. Let me see this. I don't mind that if I can put it under this so it's not on the wall. How does that look? What do you guys think? What does that look like to you? Does it look like a good staircase going up? Yeah. I don't think it's that bad. I think it's pretty good. We could like outline it with a line tool or something. Let's get a line tool going. About the same color. We connect it. And then we're putting this also. Let's rename this stairs so we know what it is. Let's put it under the stairs so it's not so popping. And then let's see if we can bevel that shit. Can we bevel it? I don't like that. I don't like that. Nope. Remove. No, not that. Cancel. God. Clear layers is what I meant. Alright. The line looks fine. think with that, all we have to do is put some stonework around it now. Let's see. Oh, great. Now I've lost the map again. God. So one thing about this thing that can get annoying, you can lose your map quite easily. God, where did it go? We lost it. Oh, man. There we go. We're just not far enough. Alright, there we go. I think this is fine. I think not only does it add the idea that the staircase goes up to the surface originally. Hey, welcome to the stream. The room seems too smooth and blocked. Stairs look cool though. Thank you. I appreciate it. So you mean the dirt entering room seems too smooth? Yes, I agree. We will dab some dirt onto that. I'm thinking since we have this staircase leading up to the surface, like I said, and they're coming from a blasted out section, what I'll do is I'll probably add some rubble there too, some dirt that exploded out into the temple. Let's see if we can get that going too. Before we do that, I'm going to add the line to the stairs group. And thank you for the comment, because I'm going to save this. I'm going to save this right now as stream. Oh, come on. Why can't I type stream layer 1? Seems simple enough. Save problem error. Thank you. Save again, and there we go. It went through. Thank you for the comment. 6 souls. I'm gonna work on that right now. Let's see. Too smooth and blocked. Yeah, we should probably add more to it. Should we add? I'm thinking, should we cut off this piece of the wall right here? Because it seems a little unnecessary. If we already have the cave exploding in, we could. It doesn't matter if we give them another 5 feet of entrance. Ooh, I have an idea. I've already combined all that, so that might be something I have to go back to do later, because it might take too much effort, and I want to keep the stream going. So I'm gonna write that as a note real quick for myself. Fix wall and ground into entrance. Make smooth. Alright. So it's good to take notes while you're making stuff in D&D in general. So that's going to be something I'm going to look back on when we're refining this area. So let's move forward. We have the way, the alleged way out. Now we have to create the gate of Moloch. Let's see if we can get, let's see if we can find some cool stuff that some people have created. I like these things, but man, does this so not fit. Can we make it fit the atmosphere though? You guys think we can make this fit if I figure a way out? Let's see. Let's see if we can do something like that. Let's first unstick it from the grid. If I unstick it from the grid like this, it's too close. This could still be cool. Let's see if I can even use it. I'm gonna put it here. I'm just gonna slap it down. It doesn't match the aesthetic, but there are things we can do to make it to try to. Let's see if we can do stuff like that. So first, I want to clear. I don't want this. I want to close that. So first, I need it to be obviously a different color. So let's see if we can. Nope, I'm on the wrong thing. Control Z. Control Z. God, I'm on the wrong layer and I messed up my staircase a little bit. I'll fix that. Okay, that's fine. What was I doing? Sorry, I was looking back to see what I had messed up. All right, I'm gonna put this here. All right, now we're on the right layer. Now let's go to effects. Let's see if we can apply. Gotta close that first. I'm trying to apply a yellow glow, but edit the color. Does not seem to be allowing me to do that. So let's redo that from scratch, because I do not see why it did it that way. Oh, I think I like this one better. Alright, let's put that one in. Now effects. Let's go to the yellow glow. And it's done it again. It keeps going back to the stairs layer. And it's ruining it for me because I can't undo. Can I? Okay. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Stop doing whatever it is you're doing. Why is it messing up the gloriousness that I have just created? That I specifically got a good comment about. Okay, the stairs look fine. Stop touching them. Can I lock this layer? Can I lock you? Extract walls? No, I can't. Alright. So, once again, sorry about the delay. I'm just trying to see if I can recolor this gate. Because I think it would be so cool aesthetically if I could do that. So I'll put it like here. Alright, that's fine. Now, touching this layer, I'm going to hit effects. You guys see what I am doing. I'm going to hit close. I'm still in objects. Edit. No, not edit like that. I meant like effects edit. Let's click away from it. Effects. Long shadow. It's not what I want. Yellow glow. It's not what I want. Orange light. That's what I want. Edit. Cool. Sorry for the delay. Now we're getting into that. That works. Not the right color I want or the right intensity, but look, we can fix both. Let's go darker. And then let's lower that intensity. We could even make it match the staircase a little bit. Something like that. And let's see if we can scale this. What do you guys think? Should we use something that more aesthetically fits the temple, the layer, or should I just keep this? Because this looks so cool. I can stretch this out without it looking bad. Let's do that. Let's take that out. Let's put a new one in. Let's scale it up a bit. I can put the walls like that. Maybe I made it too big. Let's not use that one. Let's put it down and remove it. I think I'm gonna try to keep this in. But the question is, do I move it in like that? Like, okay, yeah, probably like that. There. We're gonna use this. Let me know in the comments if you think I should use this. Let's go back now. I've wasted enough time. Let's close that. Let's apply the long shadow. Let's apply that. Edit. That looks fine. We just have to blend it in more with the room. I think maybe a lighter color with a darker intensity, so that way I don't remove the details that they've already added to it. Now I'm gonna stop where I am there, leave it like that, and finish it off by putting in the walls. So I'm gonna stop messing with it. We can go back later. I'm looking for walls, which means I have to get out of that. Go to I need to go to What am I looking for? Dungeons. Nope, not dungeon props. Dungeons. There we go. And I'm looking for objects. There we go. I need to go back to stick to grid. And what I'll do is I'll put these in, and then I'll just put them on the bottom layer. So I'm going to stick these in. And then put them on the bottom layer. Put that on the bottom layer. I want it on the bottom layer, but above the floor. So let's grab these two, group them, put them above the dungeon floor, and I think that'll work. Now what I'm also gonna do is I'm gonna take that door that I said I'm not gonna touch. I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna paste it again in its place. Add a new effect. Nope. Nope, that's not it. Oh wait, no, that might be it. Okay, cool. So, what I did now, I took the gate that we made with the orange light. It says orange light, but we made it gray. To just change the color, have it mirror a little bit this area. I like it a lot. I really do. I think it adds something that we could not add if we faked it with a normal gate. I think it adds some tension when this room's main mechanic goes off, when they see this large gate that they need to get through and can't find a way to open it. I think we got this. I'm gonna keep that, but what I was saying is I copied it, I pasted over it, and then I just added a long shadow effect over it. Because they're the same size and same everything else, the long shadow will not apply on the same. You can't have more than one effect on an object. So this is my trick, and we got now a little bit of a shadow to it, which will blur out this seamlessness. Too smooth, too black. Yeah, that was my note that I wrote from that. Okay. Alright. So now that we've done that, I'm going to save again. Stream layer 1. Save over. We are good. Let's clean some of this up by grouping the gate together. We're going to name it the Gate of Moloch. And this we need to group. I think I need to fix something because I messed something up from the staircase. Now it looks too smooth. I'm gonna ungroup it for a moment, see if I can fix that real quick. What did I have here? I think that might have been it. Or did I have like a bevel going on? Oh, the bevel looks better, I think. But I needed no. Oh, why is it doing it to the freaking, why is it doing, I clicked the stairs and now it's doing it to, oh man. I'm gonna click undo and hope it undoes that. It didn't. I'm gonna click undo again. I'm gonna reopen. The current map will be lost if you continue. Okay, I'm sorry, but I'm going back because it's not gonna let me go back properly. I'm going back. Okay, cool. Now we're back. Boom, just like that. See, good thing we saved, because I tried to edit it, I hit the stairs and then it misedited the wrong object. Does that very often. I hate that. I love this tool, but man, it's alright. It's not the tool's problem. I don't know how to fix that, and that's it. We'll move on. So let's continue. I know. Alright, we got that. What else do we need, guys? The main mechanic. Okay, so we've drawn out the map, the starting location, and the first room. Now you may say, looks simple. Why create something like this? Why do we need the players, well, we're playing on Roll20. Why do you need all of this if they're just gonna walk through it? They're not gonna walk through it. Random ambient aside. We have a. Oh, we got a private message. So, one-shot character quest. Can I take the Prophet background and be Tiamat's Kobold Prophet? Of course. Great question. So the mechanic of this room, what is it? They are entering the Lair of Moloch, and they need to be stopped. The entrance has been concealed and barricaded by boulders. No one knows where this lair is. How else would the wizards protect this location in case it was disturbed? I have an idea. I have a few ideas. The one that brings to mind the most is a puzzle trap with a timer. Puzzle trap timer. Puzzle trap timer. Do we need to add minions to it? I don't think so, but I think we could. I think we could. I think we should. Let's start with the first mechanic. Puzzle trap, or trap puzzle. So the gate will not be opened by simple means. Something has to be done to open it. And I think we need to make the puzzle as simple as possible. So for that, I'm going to group these together. Rename it Gate of Moloch because Gate of Moloch. Group that together. Gate. What? Undo. Stop doing things. Undo. God. Damn. It's like if you touch one thing. Sorry. That's why this is a live stream. We are doing this. We are learning this together. Thank you for watching. Stick around. I have the mechanic in my head, and I think it's ready. So, we're going to need to go to objects. And I need some braziers. Nope. I need some torches instead. Or torch. Hit search. Let's see if we can find something. That's not how you spell torch. There you go. So, I have an idea. Since they're walking into this, basically blind, they'll have some torches with them. They'll have torches with them, and because of that, I have the idea. I have two ideas. Okay, so first, we're gonna need to put a torch thing here. Ooh, but now it's in the shadow and it's hard to see because we've added long shadows to this. That might be fine. Can I do something about that? Cancel. What are you touching that you need to remove a bevel from? Close that. God. Gods. So, we'll put a torch thing there. We'll put a torch thing here. We'll put another over here. And then we'll put one on this side of the wall. One, it adds atmosphere. A little detail. 2, it will be our mechanic for this room, which is if they can light all 4 torches or the area surrounding it, they will be able to open that gate. That is the mechanic. That's the puzzle. Here's the trap. Either by starting the first flame or by attempting to open the gate without dealing with the puzzle, they will have to okay, I know. These pillars, these large stone pillars from the ground to the ceiling holding up the entranceway, will start to spin. So if they start the dungeon, if they try to open the gate and they fail, the trap is triggered, or maybe if they step on something, we'll figure that out. What'll happen is the gate will, not the gate, the pillars will start to turn, and they'll start spinning in place slowly and gradually, and as they do, poison from different holes and facets of these pillars will start to spray out and fill the room with poison gas. So now we have the poison gas, which we have the puzzle, we have a trap, now we have a timer. The timer is a mechanic I learned from Drunken and Dragons, and it's a really good idea to create tension, bring about a lot of atmosphere, danger, obviously, because if that timer keeps going, you're done. So first off, these torches are not that visible. I don't want to just leave them like that because, no, not orange light, not a yellow glow per se. Edit, let's see if we can add like, it did that to the stairs too. I saw that. You guys see that too. You see how I'm touching 4 wall torches and it turned undo, please. Undo. No, undo what you did. Not remove this. I mean undo what you did. You know what you did. Where's the stairs? Oh god. You know what? Forget it. We're gonna take a small break because I'm about to lose my mind. So, thanks for watching so far. I'm going to either grab some pizza or something, but what I love about Dungeon Painter Studio is it gives you so much room to work with a lot of great tools, a lot of great art. It's a great application, software, all that stuff. But it can be these little things where I'm highlighting specifically 4 different torches, and because I've edited and now I want to affect them with a yellow glow, but something else has a yellow glow, it's gonna, I don't know, it's not letting me know what I've done, what I'm doing wrong. So, and I don't have that item selected. So I'm gonna take a small break. I think we have a decent amount of stuff worked on so far, and I think what's great about this is I could get some comments from you, some insight on what to edit, and stuff like that. I think I'm gonna take out this little piece of wall and have the whole thing just look like it was blasted in from the side. Add some rubble, add some dirt, you know, around here to break up the smoothness of this. And I'm gonna fix that while I'm on break. So I'll be right back. Take care. Oh, how's it going, guys? I am back. Wow, we've been doing this for an hour and 30? Man, I've made no progress. Well, it's map making. It takes a while. Sometimes your players will go around and be like, hey, why don't you make a series on that dungeon you made? Yeah, no problem. It's really quick making maps, dungeons, stuff like that. Yeah, we're eating pizza on stream because that's what we do. We're stream boys. So, let's jump right back into it, right? Let's jump back into it by going back and redoing everything we just did. Because it messed up my stairs, remember? And Six Souls said he liked how my stairs look. Alright. We fixed that. Let's rename this. For the third time. God. Look. We're gonna group it. We're gonna name it Gate of Moloch. Alright. We're gonna take the stairs. We're gonna group them. Can this Coca-Cola bottle like seriously get out of my way? Damn. Alright. We've grouped them. We're gonna name it Stairs. And we're gonna not touch it. Ever. I can't lock it, can I? Oh, and now I've lost it. Anyway, guys, welcome back. We are continuing where we left off. And I'm going to save it with all of that now impacted at stream layer 1. Now, as we've discussed, as we've talked about, our next mechanic is the puzzle, the trap, and the timer is light the 4 torches in the room to open the gate of Moloch before the trap kills you, which is on a timer. The pillars, once activated, will start to turn. They'll grind through the rocks and sediment and just start turning. And as they turn, poison gas starts to spray out from the holes, every facet. Like too many for them to plug up. Now, maybe if they had a spell, they could do something about it, which I will definitely take into consideration. But as we have it, light the torches. While the pillar to open the gate, the pillars will spin, releasing poison gas, and there's a timer. The timer is going back the way you came from is not an option. The room will fill with poison, as will eventually that tunnel. So we can introduce the mechanic where they get into the entrance. The traps go off and the pillars are starting to spin and smoke, and the metagamer's like, fuck it, let's go back. And then now the room, which starts off, let's say it does 2d6 poison damage, right? Or let's bring some context. They're level 9, right? So if they're level 9 and the pillars start to spin, how much is good damage at the start? How much should it max out at? Now, I'm of the opinion that 2d6 might be a good start. My idea. Anybody got any comments they want to throw in? Shout them out. Yeah, I mean pizza. What? I've seen other people eat ice cream. I can do it too. When you have 2 different chats going on, it's kind of hard to follow everything. Let's see. Well, while we figure that out, let's do as I said before. Let's introduce the 4 torches they must light. 4, because there's 4 corners. That's how I roll. Symmetry, bitch. Alright. There's a torch over here. You know what? There's a torch over here. There's the one they're going to see when they come in, which should give them a small clue. And there's one over here. That works out for me. Might have to make them bigger or a little bit easier to see. Or we can leave it up to the mechanics of the game. It doesn't have to be glowing or highlighted. We could just say, as you walk into the chamber, you see to the left a decadent and unused iron torch handle with a unlit staff, whatever they're called, torch inside. And as they go through the room and the mechanics, they might like light one or something. Now, what is to stop them from not getting this clue? Let's group up all these torches. I'm definitely, you know what, not going to highlight them any more than I have. I'm going to group them up. Let's see if we can add maybe a light glow. That's a long shadow. That's a middle shadow. That's a short. That's a bevel. That won't help. That's a yellow glow. Let's add a yellow glow. Now notice it's on this layer. If it touches my staircase layer, we're gonna have a problem. Why is there a bevel here? Let's see. Yeah, you see how it's messing with the staircase. You see how excuse me, I just burped into the mic. Messing with the staircase. I can't ever. Why is it messing with the staircase? Whatever. You know what I'll do? Because it keeps messing with the staircase when I want to put a yellow glow on it. Let's undo. Let's grab each of them. Oh, I can't. Let's grab each of them and leave them as is. And if the group can't figure it out, you can blame it on Dungeon Painter Studio. Let's at least put a close. Let's put a maybe put a long shadow. No. That might work. We'll leave it with a light little hue around it, just so they know it might be interactable. I guess. I mean, it's in the room. It should be interactable. I'm not afraid of that. Let's rename it then. Man, I look ugly. Let's name it. What are we gonna name this? Torches. Name it Torches. And because we name it Torches, it's there. So they have to light all 4 torches to stop the poison pillars, which will open up the gate of Moloch. Or maybe it doesn't stop the poison at all. It only opens the gate. Ooh. Trying to read a little bit more about Moloch. I wish it gave him layer actions, so I might learn a little bit more. I think this is a fine mechanic so far. Do we need to add more to the room? Yes. One more important element. The poison smoke, the poison gas, we can imagine. That's fine. What we need is another reason for them to light these 4 torches. Other than, poison starting to fill the room. What do we do? We need like a tablet. No. Not not this stuff. We need like, let me see. We need a tablet, like a sign in front of the gate of Moloch. Not in front of it, but like maybe off to the side. Etched in with in common or something like that. Move no further, for the wizards of Ayun protect this temple. Only with 4 flames could you ignite the path or some shit. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go. But like a tablet would be cool. Dead ends, pillars, walls, wall straights. Let's see if there's dungeon props. Beds, benches, campfires, chairs, barrels, crates, tables, no. Trap doors, wall torches. Let me see. Oh, I have an idea. I still need that. I still need that that tablet. I need something to be that thing. Mural. Mural. No. Painting. No. Let's see. Dungeon delving. Nope, that's a wrong folder. Let's see. Dungeon towns. Dungeon decor. Oh, here. This might be good. It says bench, but we don't have to let it be a bench. Yeah, there we go. That's a pretty big board, though, because if we imagine that a square is 5 feet wide and 5 feet wide and all that stuff, that's a really long thing. I don't think it needs to be that big. I think we can remove that, scale it down a bit, or at the very least, yeah, that might work. And then we can grab it. No, let's give it a glow. But oh god, I forgot, if we give it a glow it's gonna mess with the, I don't know why. Now I'm afraid to touch that. Now I'm afraid to give this a yellow glow because that's gonna what happens if I hit yellow? Now I made all of them yellow, you know? God. God forbid that I touch the glow effect now in the future and not notice this. I really wanted to showcase this tool, but I don't know the right fix for this. Well, maybe I can change something else. Maybe I need to make it a little bigger then, if I'm not going to use that. Nope, wrong one. If I hit remove, is it going to remove the lat layer from all of them now? God. Let's just remove the bench. Great idea. Limited by my inability to know how to fix that. We can use the bench, but maybe we can get like a stone. Something made of stone would be nice instead. I feel like we were in here before. Not table. Ooh, we could do something like this. But straight and smaller. Like that. Place that. Close this. Give it a long shadow. Copy, paste, copy, paste. Make it nice and dark. Copy, paste. Just keep making it darker until it looks really defined. Yeah, that might work. I wanted the glows effects because though to us it looks more noticeable and fake, we don't have to describe it as such, and because of that they can easily discern what's what. So if he says, oh, I have a tablet over here, I can't read it. Oh, I don't see what you're pointing at, you know? What to do? Welcome to the stream. Let's add let's add, I should just had something more discernible like that. Like that would be cool. Oh wow, this might be cool. Oh, because it's a metal window. We could use something like that. We could even use the wood one. They don't need to know that that's glass. Alright, let's try something like that. And I think the easier solution would be to remove the effect that I have on the staircase so I can proceed further. But I think we just found our solution too. Putting it a decent distance off. We'll leave it like that. Its size isn't really gonna bother me anymore. But I still will give it a nice long shadow. Should I bevel it? No, definitely long shadow makes it pop. And with that, that'll be like the staple. So they'll come in, they'll see these things. If they don't get to read the trap, the warning sign early, then they'll scurry over. They'll have to start reading it while this is happening. They take 2d6 poison damage. That can be a lot. That can be a little bit. I'm holding I don't roll just ones, but it'll grow. So like every 2 rounds or so, or something like that, it'll go from 2d6 damage to 4d6. Just double it. I don't believe in the incremental. I don't believe in the incremental. Like, oh, it was 2d6. Now let's do 3d6, because if you're rolling average, you're just scaring them enough. You double that, they are role playing like motherfuckers. Tell me what I need to do to solve the puzzle. I'm gonna make an Arcana check and see if I can figure something out. Can I make a perception check to see if I find, the last torch, or a faster way to do this, like something. I like this. I like this. You can also see me true harbling, apparently. Sorry that I'm just staring at it so much. I'm not progressing like I was before. But I'm trying to see the mechanic in my head to see if I need to add anything. We add the pillars because we need them for the mechanic to say the pillars are spinning. And they need to know in case someone's like, I cast Force Wall on the entire left side of the room. That can be very important. Because also the torches are on the other side of that Force Wall. We have those. We have the torches because they need to get to them and activate them. We'll have little light effects in Roll20 that I can just pop on once they've lit each one until completion. And now we have our tablet that says the warning, you know. I think that's it for mechanically. I'm going to save here, but now we can dress the room properly. So stream layer 1, that's what we're going to save it as. And what I mean by dress it, let's move out what Six Souls said, the entrance, the way in. Let's add some rubble to the staircase. Let's add maybe cobwebs or maybe skeletons. This was not only the entrance to the Lair of Moloch, but the final battle between, you know, those trying to escape or those trying to kill the wizards from sealing off Moloch, from casting their ritual. Ooh. Do we have runes? No. Symbol. Oh wait. Oh, that's actually a really cool effect. We can use that for like a fireball thing. Fire occult symbol. That's cool. Not a wizard tower. Oh man, you know it'd be cool if we could have like a arcane rune like right here, like the either like Moloch's like face or something, or the arcane rune of the wizard order. That's like the first seal that keeps Moloch at bay. And that would be cool. Let's not worry about that. Let's do the dressing. Let's find out the key things. One, we need dressing here. We need dressing here. And we need dressing here. We need it for when they walk in, to feel like they might have to be walking over some rubble. We need them to see the staircase blocked off by big giant rocks and stuff. So let's go for stone. We know that there's some good stone. Oh, what the heck is that? Not what I'm looking for. Let's get these stones going. I want to stick them to the grid. Just because. Let's add those like that. And then we'll add a different type in between each of those. No, remove those. Let's get something like this to break it up. Have some leaking over like that. These look more clustered, so we'll have them like spread out like that. Let's just mix and match the ones we're using, because we can have some stones like this poured down and then just describe the larger chunks at the top. And now let's highlight all of these, group them together, and give them a nice long shadow. That looks nice. I think that looks cool, but much better. Looks like a lot, and now the staircase has lost a lot of its flair. But that's not too bad, because we need to drive that home. If I could just give the stairs, let me copy, paste, and add a long shadow. Nope. Undo. I saw that it also did the long shadow to that. Why is it grouped with that? Is it... Am I not knowing? Ungroup. Am I unknowing of something? Ungroup. No, I'm not. It's... It may be grouped with the wall behind it, but that doesn't mean anything. I don't mind grouping it to that wall. Alright, whatever. Stairs. God, I just wanted to do something to make it a little more pop. You know what? I think I still can. Ungroup that again. Ungroup. Group these stairs. Effects. No, copy, paste. And then make this one long shadow. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Undo. Maybe the line to have a long shadow. Nope. Maybe. Effects. Man, this is a little hard. I just want to get this staircase right, and it's never right. Forget it. We'll leave it as is for now. We can come back to this. Why make a series when I would never be able to do what I'm doing right now? I mean, I guess I could speed it up with some nice music. Nice music. Maybe I need to just put another line around this to symbolize that it is the staircase up. Or I know what I could do. Remove that. Stair. Come on, search for objects. Stair. I think I know of something we have. This. Yes. Oh, yes. If we can scale this down a little bit. Okay, we need to scale it up a little more now. Scale it down a little bit. Oh, yeah, that works. That works nicely. And if we can put it now under the stairs. Oh, this works. Let's flip this. I need to flip it. There we go. Get it to like 65 like the other one. Oh, this will work nicely. Not perfectly, but nicely. Put it like that. What do you guys think of that? I think that lets it pop a little bit. And then we can blur it out like that. What do you guys think? Too much? What do you think about that? Yeah, it's a bit much on the top one. I think we could tuck it in, but I think it's this one up here, right? We can move that in a little bit. Yeah, that works nice. Long shadow these, if I long shadow those, it'll drown out that blatantness of the shadows under that. Alright, that works. I can accept this. This is what I want so much that I'm going to save it again. Stream layer 1. So we have the dressing for the staircase 1. I think, however, the stones, I'm gonna leave it as is. That's fine. I wish the floor looked a little different though. I'm not gonna change it though. I mean, I think we could try something else. Let's try a different texture for the ground. No, let's add the rubble to this area first, and then let's break this wall real quick. We're gonna have to ungroup it. Entrance, entrance, rubble. That's cool. Let's see. And the entrance rubble is fixed. I mean, labeled. Let's rename this warning 1. Stair shadow. Alright, everything is labeled properly, I think. Looks like we got some text coming in. Alright. How long have we been streaming for? Excuse me, sorry. And we got a follow from 6 Souls today. Give him a little shout out, give him a little credit. Appreciate the support. 2 hours, damn. It's gonna be a pain to cut up later. But that's fine. Let's show some support his way by fixing that first thing he told us about, which was this. Let's ungroup it. Okay, this is what we're looking for right here. This I need to ungroup. It's this one. So I'm just gonna break this wall out. I'm gonna just remove that. And I'm gonna put some rubble up in here. Actually, I could grab this stone. Entrance rubble. I'm gonna copy that, and I'm gonna just paste it and move it over. I'm gonna rotate that. I'll rotate it a bit. I don't think it'll be noticed too much, especially if we tilt it a little bit. Actually, it should be more like that since it's gonna blow out. Put it like that. That'll be cool. But we also don't want it to be above the ground. Well, we can fix that once we reclose everything. So let's get all those walls back into a group. And then let's lower them below the dungeon, above the dungeon floor, but below the. They have to just be below the torches, really. That's all we need them to be below. Oh no, not that. They actually need to be. That's not what I was looking for. Entrance walls is what we were doing, but I'm looking to make the rubble. This one, that's over here. Cave rubble. Cave rubble. And then let's give it a long shadow like we did the other ones. I think I'm going to change the texture of the room. but this has to go under the torches because it's blocking that torch, and we don't want that at all. I want it here, but I do not want it blocking the can I scale it down? No, I can't. You know what? Let's make original stuff for it. We don't need to use the same one and copy it over. Let's go to search again. Let's go to stone. Let's just make fresh stuff for it, because that way we're not tweaking. We're not cheating so much. Why is it doing that? All right, so let's put some out in like a blast radius. Put it like that. Not really a blast radius, but like that. That looks cool. It looks much better. Once we give it some shadow or bevel, it'll look better. That looks much better. So I'm gonna group all these up. Might give them a middle shadow. That looks cool. Keep wanting to put the long shadow though, because it really makes them pop. The bevel looks too light, but maybe if I copy, paste, and give that a bevel too. No, that does not look good at all. I'm gonna give it a dark shadow, a long shadow. Just doesn't pop enough any other way. And then I'm gonna put some dirt. From a cave. Along that. How did you get the maps with hashes? Are those new? I downloaded the program but have not used it in a while. Good question. If you go into the workshop for Steam, the Dungeon Painter, once you go into to the library, go to software and see Dungeon Painter. Below it, you'll see the workshop. You click that, and there's going to be tons of different people's packages in there. There's so many. If you haven't used it in a while, I could just open it up real quick and sorry, I have so many things on my table right now. If I go into it now, I'm in Dungeon Painter Studio. Before I click launch, and underneath it says browse workshops. I'm using FA. That's the initials for the creator, and it's called FA Castles, FA Dungeons, FA Dungeon, FA Cave, and FA a bunch of other stuff. He has like 10 probably packages that you can download. They're really quick. It takes about 10 to 30 seconds each. You just click it and it'll install on your thing. I would only be able to use commercial ones, sadly. Some might be large, but I would still be limited. Not necessarily. I'm not trying to use these to sell or anything. I'm just going through the whatchamacallit, blah blah blah, the creating a stream to show how I make maps and stuff for our home games. I would still not use it. I would still not look at the commercial use and say that I can only use these. I would look at each of the things. There's just so many creators out there that have created content that in their breakdown they say you can use this for many uses. You can use it for creating your own game, for streaming. Some ask for credit, which you can easily do. Some have done this for free, but it's as part of their Patreon, and you could throw money at their Patreon if you want. There's links in all of these things. Forgotten Adventures is what it's called. So if you go to the Steam Workshop and you're looking for Forgotten Adventures or FA Dungeon, FA Castles, FA Caves, stuff like that, he has a link to his Patreon. So if you like stuff, you can send him some money. I've done that a few times, but the more creators I find it harder to just keep giving everybody, all the monies. But there's a lot of great stuff there. I would check it out. Yeah, they do, and this could definitely be what you're looking for, like you said. If you look. So if you look at Forgotten Adventures, there is a tidbit here. All the content is registered under the Creative Commons license attribution, a non-commercial CC by NCSA. This means anyone can use them, share them, or modify them. They cannot be used commercially, however. So I would say you could not sell it like that in the way you're describing. However, there are some I could find right now that do allow you to do that. There's a lot to go through. Yeah, there's some here that say, right here, that can be used as commercial use, I found 3 so far. They don't all say, like, if I'm in Dungeon Painter Studio now, I have one that specifically says commercial use pack. And they do a lot of great things, which I think I'm going to use anyway now, because I really don't like... I like the Forgotten Adventures, not that I know the name of it, the tile set, the ground. But I don't think it works well with how much of the same stonework I'm using, the same color palette. So I might change out this, and I'll do that right now, just so you can see what I mean. And yeah, people do go crazy over maps, which is why I started this series. It's not really... what's the way to say this? I wanted to create another YouTube series, but it just felt like, without knowing what I'm doing, just recording me for hours would just be a pain in the ass, and then eventually I would just quit because I'd find it uninteresting to watch. But at least I could stream it and get some input. Thank you. Thanks for joining the stream. What was I saying? Something. Yeah, the maps are great. I recommend Forgotten Adventures. I've donated to the Patreon before. I think like a month ago, when I've had this for a long time. It must have been like 2 months ago or something. And there's a lot of perks for doing so. What was I doing? I should probably get back to doing the map though. But that was a good tidbit, because I'm not selling these, so they are free to use as you will. You're not sue me, Forgotten Adventures, because you won't get any money from me. But if you're also looking for more creative uses, there's another map creator actually that comes to mind that allows for commercial use. I forgot the name of it, and now my pizza's cold. But I'll definitely look it up and see if I can send that to you. What was I doing? Object, stones, long shadow. That's what I was on, I think. Don't chew into the mic. Good tip. I just said that to myself. That's what I was doing. Okay. So let's go back to what I was saying originally. Let's look for some grounds here. I think I still want it to be stone. I'm not gonna use commercial use. I don't like the commercial use stonework. Maybe let's look for some realistic grounds that best help us, like this. Help. Yes, I like this. You say no now, but wait till you see what I mean. I'm gonna put these above the dungeon floor. Oh no, I can't change the color of it, because then the stair thing will do the thing of things. God damn it, Butters. I was gonna make this a nice gray hue to it. Oh yes, I was gonna put dirt on the broken entrance. Thank you. Ah, that's specific. Okay, let's hide this because I don't need this right now. Let us put dirt on that. We're gonna use the same dirt from the caves because we still like that. I'm gonna use the terrain brush tool, and I'm just gonna make like a quick arc like this. I think that looks much nicer now. I just have to put it on a layer that, if I can group this up real quick. I like grouping it so I can see where I'm going. I need it to be above the ground, but I need it to be under the actual the walls. That's hard to determine how that would work. Let me see something. Not that. These need to be above that brush. Okay, like that. That works better. But now now I'll go back and still paint in some more. There we go. Just enough to say it was blown open. Yeah, and it now pours into this room. Okay, this is looking better. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to now change the floor thing the way I want it. Let me save real quick, because that texture that I was going to use actually brought home a lot of what I wanted. Builder's pack. Dragonville. Let's try Dragonville again. Let's see if we can find something that really. I like this, but I want something. No, I wouldn't like that either. I think I'm gonna stick with this. I don't know how to fix that issue where I change the color, the glow effect of one thing, and it not do it to everything else. And I don't want to just remove the stairs layer for that one thing. It's not like I'm selling this, as we've stated before. This is going to be just for a one shot with friends. I think this will serve its purpose. And with that, I think the first room is done. We have a lot of rooms to go. We've got like so many, but I think this will highlight the end of this section. So let's break it down. I'll save it one more time just in case. Let's break down the first room challenge of Moloch. So we have the adventurers basically entering from a cave, a side cave, and finding the stonework, the wall in which the Lair of Moloch's entrance is. because the main entrance is hidden, guarded from scrying. They can't find the actual entrance, and because of that, they've found this side area and they've blown through with the rubble, as you can see, into the entrance, and they found that they've come in through the side. Still, where they want to go, they now have to open up the large, massive gate, the Gate of Moloch, that protects him and the world from him escaping. You know what would also be cool? Like a red line, like a red force field line on that gate that like people could see. That showed that like, yeah, they could go through it, but he can't. It's not the gate that keeps Moloch at bay. It's an arcane force field specific to Moloch, because people can go through as long as they get through the traps. I don't know, aside from putting just a random red line across this, I don't think we need it. I can describe that probably once they pass like the threshold or something like that. Or we could even save it for like Moloch's actual final, like his throne room. We could save it for that. So yeah, they break through. What is the thing that triggers the trap that starts all of this? Is it a pressure plate? Do they have to fiddle with the gate itself and that triggers it? I think we could do that. I don't think we want a pressure plate, because that could be up too obtuse or something. People, where am I gonna put a pressure plate really that makes sense, that the wizards put, you know, a pressure plate in one spot or something like that. But what I'll say is, the mechanic will be, there will be like a chain. The original means to yank open the chain, the gate, are these two large chains on the side or something like that. And the moment the players mess with it, touch it, you know, try to bring the gate open, that's what activates the traps. The gates, that's what triggers the pillars starting to grind and spin. Poison starts to fill the room. They need to find a way to open that gate. And that will bring them to reading the tablet, lighting the torches, finally opening up the Gate of Moloch and descending into the madness of what was his domain on the material plane. That rhymed, actually. So, is there any questions anyone has? Before I wrap this up, I'm going to clean up the map a little bit. I might come back to this later. The torches are still bothering me, that they have that glow to them. Brush cave. I'm gonna group it with that. I'm gonna call it dirt dressing. This I don't need anymore. It was a good idea, but maybe while I'm waiting for people to ask some questions, I can look through some of this. Maybe this will work. Oh no, definitely not. Oh no. That's much more natural. Maybe some hand-painted grounds would work. Oh, this might work. Let's go down to dungeon floor. No. If I go down to dungeon floor, it means go down to dungeon floor. Ooh, that's not bad, but it's really still hard. I like it, but I wish I could change the color. I really wish I could, without messing up the other parts of the... I think we're gonna stick with this. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. 6 souls. I was really hesitant today because I had a lot of ideas I wanted to do for about a month now. I've really been slacking. But with us finally hitting affiliate and trying to, push out more content for people to enjoy, put myself out there, you know, just to bond, not really to, like, I mean, I'm promoting the channel, but not to promote in a way where I'm like, throw us some money. You know, if people want to subscribe and all that stuff, you know, all the stuff will be free on YouTube. So you're not really subscribing for that. I just want to interact with more people, network, find new players, new dungeon masters, talk things out. Hopefully we can get a community around this kind of stuff so we can bring out some ideas. But really, thanks for watching. Oh, I didn't see that you direct messaged me. Sorry about that. No problem. I will definitely check those out, and don't worry, I'll definitely show you some support and love. Whatchamacallit, I do recommend. We got a Discord going around called Playcaster Society. It's where I talk to people all the time about D&D, art, just so many different things that I can't really wrap my brain around right now. But if you're interested, it's called Playcaster Society. It's a Discord. You can check out their Twitter, and I'll check out your channel too and all that stuff. I love meeting new people, love looking at new things, especially D&D related, because I could talk hours about D&D. But thanks for watching. I'll see you and everybody else in the next episode, which probably will be later in the week. Check out Heroes of Phandalin on Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where our adventures will be taking on what's his name, Yarno Glassstaff. They just had were in a battle against him, and he escaped, and they're going to try and hunt him down and finish the job. So thanks for watching. Feel free to follow so you stay in you get notifications when we go live, and I'll see you guys in the next episode, the next stream. Take care, Six Souls. Take care, everybody else. Be safe and have a good night. How do I end a stream very smoothly? By hitting this.